basically, there was a situation where there were auditions for actually Fear Factor going on that they reached out to the school about, and I like put my name in the hat and a few of friends, and I made it to we were about to get casted for Fear Factor, and they're like, oh, we're gonna scrap this, and I was like, oh man, I was so close. That was so fun.
I don't know if I could make it past pig intestines eating.
I didn't know. I probably would have been eliminated first round as well. But
sitting in a pit full of tarantulas.
Cool.
I don't know if I could do that. Like the jumping off buildings and like car chases.
Do that.
All day.
Boom.
In
the cockroach. Oh
no. We're gonna pour 18 gallons of blood, cow blood on you. Like,
no, thank you.
Like, bye. See you guys. You know how 2020 ends up, right?
Yep.
Not doing it. So.
And then I guess the same casting people were looking for this show called American. What was it? Good American or American Sports or something like that. And it was this sports docuseries about like football. Every week there's a blogger, and every week they've never done sports. So 1 week's about football, 1 week's. That's what I was told. I was under the impression.
Right. Okay.
And then I was just on in an hour and maybe 2 hour phone call with whoever the executive producer was for the show, and he was just getting to know me. And my only requirements were I had to be under the age of 30 and have never had a WWE tryout before. And I was like, okay. And they were doing it on like wrestling or wrestlers was this episode. And that's all I was told. And then I was told that filming would be in Florida. Still didn't make the connection that WWE would have been involved. I was just like, okay, I'm going to go do this thing. And so I go, and so I agree. I go through the casting part. They say, yep, hey, man, we're going to use you. And I didn't think it was going to happen. It almost didn't happen because I actually had a booking that week, an independent wrestling booking up in San Francisco at the Cow Palace.
Oh,
and I wanted to do the Cow Palace.
Yeah.
I love Eddie Guerrero is one of my inspirations, and
Absolutely.
so I wanted to wrestle in the building that he won the WWE title in. So
Absolutely.
I was like, I want to do that.
Right.
Like I want that in my belt. So if that means not doing this, I'm gonna not do this.
Yeah.
And
that's that wrestler.
Yeah, I was like, I'm
DNA
sorry,
in
like
us, man.
I don't know. This could have blown up, or this could have been really good. But hey, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna take this booking. And they were cool with it. They were like, hey, no worries, you can go do it. Just please don't hurt your face, don't get hurt, don't break anything. Then bring me. I was like, okay. I show up and we're filming. They highlighted. I used to coach gymnastics and I worked with kids a lot. So they highlighted that part of me. That was a coaching gymnastics and being in that realm was a huge part of my upbringing. I started doing that when I was 17, and I did that all through until I was 24, until I got hired at WWE. So huge. I grew up coaching kids, so they wanted to highlight that. They wanted to highlight my experience with bullying when I was younger, and there were a lot of things that they wanted to highlight, so they chose this gymnastics facility to kind of film. Stephanie McMahon was Samantha Miles, a blogger who
that sounds like a Marvel reporter name.
Yes.
Samantha Miles here. On site reporting.
Who wrote
the Ninja Turtles have infiltrated the building.
Like wrote a blog that said was like, I don't get it or something. I think that's what the blog was called, was like, I don't get it. And it was about wrestling. She doesn't get wrestling. So I met her. I tried to get her. I actually just recently watched the episode. Stephanie McMahon was hilarious. She wouldn't do a cartwheel. She wouldn't do a roll. She wouldn't do anything. She wouldn't jog. She wouldn't jump. And I had no idea that it was her. And here I am trying to force this Stephanie McMahon, the boss of WWE, like higher up of WWE, like didn't want to do anything.
She wasn't going to do any of them tumbles because that wig would have flew off, man.
like she wasn't going to. I was like I had no idea it was her. I was like, here I am trying to force Stephanie McMahon to like almost break a limb or something. And yeah, man, I remember there was a part after the gymnastics part where like we had a one-on-one, and I was opening up to her about, just my upbringing and where I come from and what wrestling means to me and the connection between coaching the youth and wrestling. And there was a lot of breaks in between because I couldn't open up. I just couldn't. There was something, I don't know if it was the cameras. I didn't know what I wanted to say. Also, I didn't know that WWE was involved, so I had this wrestler superstition that if I would have said the words WWE on like this TV show, that like I would never get a tryout, or I'd never like I'd hurt my chances with WWE. So I didn't want to say it, and they were like, they kept yelling cut, and they're like, you can say it, like say you. So I think the ultimate goal was to say that I wanted to be the first openly gay WWE World Champion, and they wanted me to say that, like they wanted it on camera, and I just didn't want to say it. Is it that superstition? Like that superstition, I didn't want to. I don't want to say. I don't want to say.
Got you.
Because then it doesn't happen. Like then what? Then what do you do? Then it's on record for and then it never happened. And but obviously they knew it was Stephanie, so they got it out of me, and it was really cool when she did her reveal, and then we had the one-on-one after when it was actually her. It really came full circle for me. I was like, I really just opened up about my life to one of the most important people, to the company that I want to work for. Like how, like it doesn't get any better than that. No. Like I'm almost glad. I'm very thankful for the show because I was able to do that because I thought she was just, an average human or a regular human being. And I was able to have a conversation about my life and open up about me and what I want in life and what I, the struggles that I went through and everything that what wrestling means to me and the youth and my coaching gymnastics career, that she was able to have this mask on and I was able to open up to her. So it ended up being a blessing for me, and I'm very thankful for the show. And so I would even say it kind of helped me get to WWE. So it really opened up that pathway, and Stephanie's been a huge mentor as well ever since. We never stopped communicating, so I'm really thankful for that.